Hey guys, how's it going? I am Hugo, or the Shaper31, and welcome back to another video, this one being another Pokemon themed video. And the first that I've done in about 3 weeks. Yeah, sorry about that folks, I've been kind of lazy, but I'm trying. Anyway, this is a requested video from Razorfang from about 6 months ago, but hey, better late than never, right? Anyway, Razorfang on my top 5 rivals of Ash video requested I make a follow-up video where I rank her in my opinion the top 5 rivals of Ash's female companions, which is something that I actually would consider to be interesting and a challenge to make. So far, we're in the 7th generation of Pokemon, and Ash has yet to travel through the Alola region, so technically, he has no female companions. But out of the 6 regions that Ash has traveled through, he's had 6 female companions, who altogether have a grand total of 13 rivals. But who made my top 5? Only one way to find out, and it's what I do best. But first, let's take a look at Ash's female companions and their rivals to see who gets singled out, before we actually start ranking. First, we have Precious Almighty Misty, who traveled with Ash through Kanto, the Orange Islands, and Johto, which altogether was 274 episodes. However, unfortunately for Misty, she had no rivals, which is a shame, because if Misty did have a rival, then maybe she wouldn't have been such a static character who was staler than Euro potato chips. Secondly, we have the very pretty and adorable May, who traveled with Ash through Kanto and Hoenn for 192 episodes. And May was the first female companion to have a goal that was taken seriously and the first female protagonist to be given some focus in the series, being a Pokemon coordinator. Over the course of the AG series, May had a grand total of 4 rivals, with Drew, Harley, Soledad, and Jessie. Drew would serve as May's main rival as time went on, but became more of a friendly rival than more than anything else. Harley seemed to be May's main rival and bitter enemy, with animosity being hotter than the flames that Harley himself radiated, because let's be honest, Harley is a very obvious flamer. Soledad was mentioned a few times, but hardly ever made any appearances, and Jessie was almost as much of a bitter rival to May as Harley was. Out of all May's rivals, I'll just eliminate Soledad, and I'll take Drew, Harley, and Jessie. Next, we have the illustrious and graceful Dawn, who traveled with Ash for 191 episodes in the Sinnoh region, and like May, Dawn is also a Pokemon coordinator, but unlike May, Dawn had 5 rivals, with Kenny, Jessie, Ursula, Zoe, and Nando. Kenny is Dawn's childhood friend, and possibly admirer. Jessie had a rivalry with Dawn that was like her rivalry with May. Ursula was a jerk rival who acted like Dawn's main rival, but in actuality, Dawn's main rival was Zoe, who was also like a mentor to her. And Nando would serve as a rival for both Dawn and Ash, but more so to Dawn. And really, their rivalry didn't really resonate too well with me. So to all Dawn's rivals, we'll eliminate Nando and Kenny, and take Ursula and Zoe. Next, we have the spunky Dragon-type Master of the Bee, Iris, who traveled with Ash through Unova and the Decor Islands for 142 episodes. Iris didn't really have a goal that got as much focus as May or Dawn, essentially being another Misty, but unlike Misty, Dawn was actually given more story focus and a legit rival who regularly encountered her, with Langley, who was a self-proclaimed Dragon Buster, and a rivalry between Iris and Langley was one that I actually really did enjoy. So, Langley makes the cut. Even though Serena was introduced first and was the main female protagonist of XY, sweet and adorable Bonnie technically began traveling with Ash before she did, traveling with Ash for 137 episodes, narrowly edging out Serena, who had 133. However, Bonnie, as we all know, is too young to be a trainer and thus has no goals. So like Misty, Bonnie will be immediately eliminated right off the bat. Bonnie baby, I'm sorry, as much as I adore you, you can't go any further. Now, last and most definitely not least, we have the always lovely, elegant, and ever so beautiful Serena, who traveled with Ash through college for a little over 130 episodes, giving her the least amount of time with Ash. Which is total bullshit! But Serena was returned to form the female companions, having a goal that was a central focus to the story of her series, despite Serena taking the longest amount of time to find her goal with Pokemon reforming and competing in Tri-Pokelons. Serena over the course of XY had 5 rivals, with Miette, Shauna, Nini, Aria, and Jessie. Miette was a secondary rival of sorts to Serena in both performing and baking. Shauna, you could say, is Serena's main rival, being the one who introduced her to Tri-Pokelons and competed against her the most number of times, disregarding Jessie. Nini was a minor rival who more often than not couldn't make it to the final round to compete against Serena in Tri-Pokelons. And lastly, Aria, who hardly really interacted with Serena and was more of a self-mentor to her than a rival, and didn't really start a rivalry with Serena until after the Master Class Tri-Pokelon, which happened to be Aria's last appearance in the anime. So as Serena's rivals, we already know Jessie advances, so I'll just eliminate Nini and Aria, and I'll just take Miette. With that out of the way, we have 3 lovely ladies, 3 wolves in sheep's clothing, Drew, and a he-she wannabe who make the cut. The criteria we'll be judging these 8 by will be the overall rivalry they have with the girl in question. So, let's get started, shall we? Starting off the list would be Dawn's secondary rival and my favorite of her rivals, Ursula. Normally in Pokemon, rivals or main characters are more of the friendly variety. Their rivals are more of competitive sport than anything else, which isn't a bad thing, I do like that. However, I do like to see a bitter rivalry every once in a while, and Ursula to Dawn was just that. Outside of Ursula and Jessie, Dawn got along fairly well with all of her rivals, but Ursula was that one rival who could always push her buttons, and get her riled up with how snobby she was. Ursula was a smug rival to Dawn who almost had nothing to say. That was nice and good would go on and on about how much of a better coordinator she was than Dawn, despite never actually beating her or even doing a better job than her, which is something I really don't like about their rivalry. Since every time we see these two compete against each other, which would be 4 times in total, Dawn either outperformed Ursula or beat her every time. While I do like seeing smug characters get their egos knocked down a notch or two, I do like to see when the smug rival can actually back up what they say, and show that they aren't all talk. This happened before with other rivalries between our female protagonists and their respective rivals, and on top of that, they all had something special or entertaining about their rivalry, which is something that Dawn and Ursula really didn't have. Regardless, I still did like their rivalry. The rival to Iris in the Best Wishes series, Langley, and like Ursula to Dawn, Langley was a bitter rival to Iris, although they didn't really have the bitter rivalry you'd think they'd have. As you all know, Iris has the ambition of being a great Dragon-type Pokemon trainer, so what better rival for her than someone like Langley, who is a self-appointed Dragon Buster who makes it her goal to defeat any and all Dragon-type Pokemon trainers that she meets. Although Langley, if you said this to Lance, Drake, Drasna, or me, you get your wrecked so badly you'd never want to look at a Dragon-type Pokemon ever again. But regardless, this is actually something new for Pokegirls in the anime. May, Dawn, and Serena all had a goal that involved training their Pokemon for a specific type of event, and their rivals were well versed in that event. Meanwhile, Misty and Iris were looking to be the best of their preferred type, but unfortunately for Misty, she had no rival to challenge her ambition, while Iris had just that. But again, unfortunately for Langley and Iris, they didn't really battle a whole lot over the course of the Best Wishes series, only having 2 battles out of multiple encounters. Their first battle ended in a stalemate, while their second was a curve stomp battle in Iris' favor. But it was also nice to see a Pokegirl actually get a rival specifically to counter her specialty. Plus, outside of battling, whenever these two saw each other, they would just troll each other like no tomorrow, and it was absolutely hilarious. Coming in at 3rd place would be Serena's rival Miette from the XY series, who was initially supposed to be a one-time only character, but I guess she was popular enough to be elevated to recurring character status, and thus became a rival to Serena. Initially, Serena and Miette began their rivalry over who was the better baker, which began with Miette acting like a snobbish wench to Serena for virtually no reason at all. But eventually, the two buried the hatchet and became friends and parted ways as friendly rivals. Then Miette would return about 50 episodes later as a performer to keep her rivalry with Serena fresh, and while Miette was still a little snobby to Serena, she was nowhere near the mean spirit as she was in the beginning, and it was more friendly banter than anything else. She'd be happy to see Serena advance and try Pokemon rounds, have fun competing against her, and could graciously admit defeat when beaten by Serena. Heck, after Serena beats her in the first round of the Magic Clash by Pokemon, we do see her backstage about to cry about it, but manages to hold back from doing so in order to congratulate Serena on her win and encourage her to win the whole thing. On top of Miette's rivalry with Serena in baking and performing, Miette also presented herself as a rival to Serena for Ash, immediately picking up on Serena's feelings for Ash, claiming to like him as well, and would regularly troll Serena about it and flirt with Ash in front of her just to get on her nerves, which was absolutely hilarious.
Either you tell Ash how you feel about him, or I'll tell him how I feel. Huh? Don't say I didn't warn you.
ミルフィも髪切ったのね。何よ。何かあったの？サトシに振られちゃったとか。何言ってるの？ん？いいか。セレナ、すげえ似合ってたぜ。ありがとう。すっげえ似合ってたぜ。
You could be my date. Wow, talk about perfect timing. Please, Ash, it would be so nice if you would be my date.
Sure, no problem.
That's great. Thanks, Ash.
私とセレナが対戦で当たってもどう？
そしたらやっぱセレナを全力で応援するぜ。
ちょっとは進展したの？
Who? And, huh? There's you know who. Miette!
Oh, I love Miette. Although I'm sure she doesn't really have any actual interest in Ash, and she just flirts with him to mess with Serena. When Ash outright told her to her face that he prefers Serena over her, she really wasn't the least bit offended by it, as Kirsten and the two made progress with each other. And pretty much confirms that all the teasing that she does to Serena for Ash is just pretty much her way of trying to get Serena to confess her feelings to Ash and just take that great leap forward with him. Regardless, Miette was the life of the party and one of my favorite characters to come out of the XY series. Harley, you could say, took up the mantle of being May's main rival and worst enemy. Harley began his rivalry with May because she scanned his character in her Pokedex and called it scary, then said a plate of cookies he made weren't half bad. So then this fruit cup began our blood feud with May for the pettiest of reasons imaginable. With this fruit bat going out of his way to sabotage May, embarrass her, and make her look bad whenever possible so she couldn't succeed and get one up on her. As well as having his own insecurities about May, feeling that she's cuter than he is, thus will be liked more by other people. Are you sh**ing me? That's beyond petty and dumb. And I love that. I do like it when the rival plays dirty. It makes it all the more satisfying when their ego gets blown to smithereens. Although Harley did manage to beat May once during her time traveling with Ash, and after May parted ways from Ash, she did say that Harley still is as much of a challenge as he was before. Harley had almost everything I would like in a rival. Almost everything. He had the smug attitude, the skill to back it up. I do like when rivals play dirty, although I don't think they have to, but I still do like that. I just really wish that May and Harley could have buried the hatchet and become friends and became friendly rivals after the AG series ended. But hey, it's a bitter rivalry and I will still take it. Now, as per tradition on my channel, I will give some honorable mentions for I unveil the #1 spot. The 3 rivals who didn't make this list, I will quickly go over them. Starting off with Drew, who was initially May's main rival and a bit of a stealth mentor, I guess. Starting out with a bit of rivalry with May, but became a good friend of May with time. Although he might have been more than a rival to May. I mean, yeah, Drew, give her roses and tell her it's for Beautify and not her. Nothing to be ashamed of. Out of all the female main characters in Pokemon, I would definitely say May is the prettiest one behind Serena, so go for it. Then we have Zoe, Dawn's main rival and a mentor to her as well, and maybe more according to some people. But anyway, Zoe was like an invincible rival to Dawn, since Dawn never beat Zoe once at all in Diamond and Pearl, which is odd. I mean, May in her cameo beat Zoe, Dawn beat May in her cameo, so you'd think that Dawn would have beaten Zoe at least once, but she never did. I don't mind the rivals being the main characters, but I would like to see the main character win at least once against their rival. Although now looking back at Ash's rivals, I probably shouldn't have put Alon so high since Ash never beat him once in XY. And lastly, Shauna, who is a Genki girl, and I like those kinds of characters. Shauna is the one who introduced Serena to Tri-Pokelons and shared the position of her main rival with Miette, even beating Serena in their debut Tri-Pokelon. Although once Serena found her groove in performing, Shauna never beat her again afterwards. Outside the rivalry that Shauna and Serena had, I liked how they were pretty much the best of friends, with Shauna trying to cheer up Serena after she lost in her debut Tri-Pokelon, and gracefully taking defeat when Serena beat her in the other 2 they competed in together, and encouraging her to win the whole Masterclass, as well as catching on to and supporting Serena's affections for her certain idiot childhood friend. Yeah, Shauna was a good friend and a good rival. My favorite rival of these girls is the one rival they never knew they had or that they shared. Whenever May or Dawn were competing in a contest, or Serena in Tri-Pokelon, Jessie was always there under some lame name or disguise, competing against them, and she actually gave them some solid competition, so much so it makes you ask, why is she with Team Rocket when she could very easily find success as a coordinator or performer? Jessie was a bitter rival to May, Dawn, and Serena, but more so to May and Dawn since Serena never really saw Jessie as a rival, more of as a fellow performer. Heck, when Serena was doing a public Tri-Pokelon, she had no issues with Jessie just jumping in out of nowhere and joining her and walking over with open arms. Jessie was a bit of a dirty rival, being more than willing to cheat against them in order to win, but was more than capable of handling business without cheating. Not to mention how good she was at both coordinating and performing. In the Advanced series, she was decent. In Diamond and Pearl, she was far more competent, being able to beat Dawn, who won her contest with more skill opposed to May who won with Deus Ex Machina, like May did. and could put on very dazzling performances and even beat Serena once, and made it to the finals of the Master Clash Shy Pokemon. Although to be fair, Jessie has never beaten May once in a Pokemon contest, and only beat Serena because of a technicality. If Serena even didn't trip in her performance, then Jessie more likely would have lost that one as well. With telling two fairly popular fields of Pokemon competitions, I again have to ask, why the f*** is she with Team Rocket when she could easily find success without them? But regardless, Jessie is my favorite rival of all the Pokegirls. And there you go, you guys. Those are my top 5 favorite rivals of all of Ash's female companions. Who are your favorite rivals of Ash's female companions? Let me know down there in the comment section below. And this is going to be my last video for a little while because I'm running low on ideas for Pokemon-themed videos. I talk about both Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! On this channel, and I have plenty of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ideas, but not too many Pokemon ideas. And I recently just downloaded a bunch of Pokemon games on my tablet, so I'm going to be spending a lot of my time playing those to get more ideas. But regardless, that's it for this video, you guys. Until then, I am Hugo, or the Shavish31, Clearing Synchro Dragon, and I will see you all in another video. Stay gold, everyone. Bye!